Today's BTG, Beyond the Gates, daily recap is for Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. Well, we got a little more in depth, everybody, with, some more background with the core family members and the kind of extendeds going on. We met Nicole, the oldest daughter's husband. He's a doctor, and what was his name? His name was Ted Richardson. He's a doctor. Now, Nicole is a psychologist at the same hospital. But anyway, she's talking about a fund, some kind of foundation, and she has to pick someone. That was just nothing talk. But the mother goes by to visit Danny. Now, Danny, before the is sitting on her couch blow pictures on her phone, sending them to the big screen TV. These are wedding pictures. Now, their oldest daughter has to be about 26, 27, because she even has kids, right? With the detective, no, maybe she doesn't have kids with the detective, right? But she's older. And Danny's just sitting there looking at these pictures of her and her husband, and I'm thinking they do look the same for this to be 20 years old, but okay. There we go. Neither one of them aged an ounce, right? So her mother walks in and she goes, Danny, what are you doing? She goes, how could I have missed it, Mom? Look at the love in his eyes. He did love me. We were so happy. And she's flipping. There were so many happy memories. How could I have missed it? Where was I? And her mother picks up the remote, turns off the TV, said, Danny, you were right here. You didn't miss it. I mean, you didn't miss anything because he was lying to you. And so was Haley. And you just wanted to believe it. There is nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. But sitting here looking at old photos, and I'm talking about wedding picture old, that is not going to do you any good. Mm-mm. And then she goes back to, you're a Depri woman. You're a Depri woman, and remember that. But how am I supposed to live with them living, in uh, Fairmont Crest, just right around the corner from me, practically? Perhaps I should just move. And her mother says, no, you're not gonna move. You're not gonna move at all. You belong here. Your grandfather, wait, it was her grandfather that designed, I guess he's some kind of construction guy, architect, designed the whole Fairmont, the layout, the houses, and the different, and he personally built the one that um Anita Depri and her husband, I don't got have his first name yet, Senator, matriarch and patriarch. The house they live in is the house that her father's lived, grew up in, because his father was the one who designed the whole thing, right? The whole community. And she says, you are not going anywhere. And she goes, and don't think about that. You're a Dupree woman. We don't run. She goes, now you're gonna pick yourself up, stop thinking of running away. And look, and she told her, don't. Now she goes, oh, and you want to talk about what I did to Haley at the club? She goes, you know what? You were hurting. You lashed out. You hit her in the face. She goes, sometimes somebody deserves a little punch. She said, but absolutely do not make that a repeat event, because violence won't solve anything. She just looks at her mother, right? So her mother ends up leaving. Now, Haley is whining. She goes to, finally makes it to oh, this chick brings a platter of cookies to Nicole's house. Now, you know, Nicole is Danny's older sister. And she's like, wait, why are you bringing cookies here? And she goes, because I want to make peace. You know, um, I, I understand what Nicole did, hit me and Danny did hit me in the face, but you know, you, I think, you and we've always been friends. You've always liked me. And Nicole looked at her and she says, you were, oh, what was her name? Danny's daughter. And I don't have her name for today. She goes, you were Danny's daughter's friend. That's who you were. And you weaseled your way, you lied your way, you destroyed the family. And you want to come here because she says, I want you to help me transition as a member into a member of this community. She said, why would I ever do that? Danny is my sister, and I will definitely stand by my sister on my sister's side. So she says, well, I mean, what did she say? Something about inconvenient or whatever. So she goes, our relationship, her and what's his name? Danny's husband, Bill. Me and Bill's relationship, I know it's inconvenient to Danny. She goes, inconvenient? She says, well, no. She goes, I know Danny was mad. That's why she hit me. And Nicole said, honey, that was hurt. What you and Bill did to Danny hurt her deeply. So now she said, you are going to have to deal with the inconvenient consequences of your actions. So take your cookies and leave my house. So when she gets to the office, and what she was wearing was completely inappropriate for a high-powered legal office. Okay. Pretty much a bra, black bra with the sheer see-through black long sleeve top. Okay, Danny. I mean, not Danny, Haley. So she walks in and Bill looks at her face and it's red. She goes, what happened to your face? And she told her, Danny hit me. And he goes, wait, she did what? She hit me in the face, at the country club. And he's like, oh, heck no. He's picking up his phone. She goes, don't make it worse. She goes, don't make it worse. She is upset at what we did, our relationship. We're getting married at the club. And he goes, she says, and I sucked it up. I got myself a table. I sipped on whatever she says she sipped on, held my head up high, and then I left. She goes, don't do anything. And then she says, but perhaps we should call off the wedding and at the club. She goes, and just go elope. She goes, because nobody's going to be there. And he looked at her. She goes, so be prepared for some high fees, right? Cancellation fees. And she's picking up her phone calling. He goes, the fees are not a problem. He says, but Nicole, Haley, I thought you wanted a wedding at the country club. She goes, that would have been my dream wedding. Of course I wanted that. She goes, but not with only the people you pay here at the firm will be there. That's it. So no. And he goes, you know what? Let me see what I could do. Let me do what I do best. Bill has the nerve to go to the house, the main house where Senator and Depri and Anita live, matriarch, patriarch, and tells him that he wants him to support him and Haley's wedding. And the senator looks at him and says, now, why would I ever do that? He says, Haley has no family, and it would mean the world to her if people are there. So I want you to use your influence and your influence in the community and get some people at this wedding. And he looked at him. He goes, why would I do that? He goes, I have helped this family out throughout the years from time to time. Let's consider it you returning the favor. And Senator Depri said, he didn't even say anything. He pretty much said, you know what? You're not welcome here. And Bill left. He didn't say yes, he didn't say, but he definitely didn't say no. He didn't say heck no, right? So then when Mrs. Dupree comes home, she was saying how she had just been there with Danny, and Danny is, anyway, they talk about Danny, and he goes, yeah, and Bill was just here. She goes, why would Bill be here? Because he wants us to come to him and Haley's wedding. She says, why on earth would we do that? And he goes, he said he's done this family favors from time to time over the years. And she looked at him and he looked at her. She goes, was he threatening? And he goes, not directly. He says, but indirectly, yes. And she says, ooh, look, we have to do whatever it takes to protect our grandson, Martin. So, and he goes, agreed. So that let us know there's a family secret where Martin is concerned. Now, Martin, at the beginning of the show, he was still with his granddad, talking to his granddad. Martin is the congressman, right? And he had said, granddad, I wouldn't be where I'm at today without your support, your guidance, your connections, and he goes, I'm very proud of you, grandson. You put in the work, you've this, you've that, and blah, blah, blah. Well, Martin comes home. Now, Martin is gay. This is the first time, we're being aware of this. He's married. And I guess maybe his husband is a house husband because his husband was doing the laundry, I think, and talking about dinner. Now, they adopted two kids. They didn't show them today. Sam and somebody else, Samantha and Tyree, Samantha and Tyrell are the adopted teens. So watch, we're going to see some troubled teen activity. Tyrell is a little bit on the, you know, defiant side, and Martin was telling his husband, I didn't get his husband's name, that he'll talk to him. And then Samantha, I forget what they said about Samantha, and he was like, well, where are the kids? Because his husband was trying to talk to him about something because he was saying, yeah, he was with his grandfather and blah blah blah. And I forget what topic came up, and he goes, look, Martin is having nightmares. And his husband is like, what are they about? Because this is you're tossing and you're turning, and these are really disturbing you. And he goes, I told you, I don't ever remember my dreams. And he goes, and there's nothing that you need to dwell about. You know, I really don't, there's nothing for us to talk about because I don't remember the dreams. And so his husband just looked at him. And then Martin says, so what's for dinner? And he stands, and where are the kids? And he stands up and he walks away, and it leaves his husband sitting on the couch like, okay, there's more to this story. So now we had a quick scene of the nurse, the nurse that started. And no, her mother was not the realtor. Her mother was somebody else who came with her friends, a mother and her daughter who's a hairdresser. And when Nicole's husband the mother and daughter were leaving with the nurse's mother, getting ready to get on the elevator. Coming off the elevator was um, Ted, who is Nicole's husband, the doctor, and the mother of the daughter, the friend. The way she was just staring at him as he walked by, and he didn't even notice him. He was looking down as he's coming out the elevator. And as the elevator's closing, she's just staring at him. I said, okay, here we go now. Another secret. Because Nicole's marriage is supposed to be so squeaky clean, period. You know, and her husband says all these sweet nothings to her. Now, the woman, I told you her daughter's a hairdresser. Watch in typical soap opera fashion. Her daughter is going to be an illegitimate daughter of Nicole's husband, Ted. Watch. That's the way soaps roll. And then they had a scene where the daughter and the mother were talking, and the daughter says, "Mom, don't be, don't let yourself be shaken up by seeing him. You deserve better." And so she goes, "It's okay." She goes, "No, no, I could tell." And she said, and I forget what the daughter said to her mother, but something like, you know what? You deserve to be treated better than this. So it doesn't sound like the daughter's going to know that that's her father, but perhaps the mother did tell her something about the relationship, So that's going to be a juicy tidbit that is going to come out um, in later on in the soap. You can just tell. And I want to talk about Danny. Now, Danny was drinking straight up shots of whatever white liquor, probably vodka, right? And getting dressed. She picked out this really cute blue outfit, almost the blue, same blue as my in the circle there, gorgeous. And some red shoes. Although, I didn't know people would keep shoes in actual clothes drawers. Because to me, I'm thinking, I think I would want my shoes a little more airing out than in a drawer. You only get three pairs per drawer, but whatever. Okay. So then I have a video clip. Let me play that video clip footage for you all. She comes to Bill's office, walks by everybody. Oh, just she's ready. Bill is in a meeting. She picks up that golf club and points it at him and says, you're not getting away with this, you son of a you know what? And this is the scene again. She is out for blood. But look, those people are like, oh, like we got to get out of here. That was the funny part to me. The funny part's the way they booked up out of that meeting when they saw her. So that was the that was kind of exciting for me to see. It was just that little piece of action. I don't know what she thinks she's gonna gain from that, but you know what? She was married to that man for almost 30 years, so she knows what she can get away with and what she can't. Let's be real. She knew that she could do that, and she did. So that was it. Now we have comment corner. Comment corner. That is what I do with my daily recaps. I will spend some time. I'm going to spend 5 minutes today reading some of your comments here in comment corner. And today I'm going to start from the bottom up. I think we had goodness, like 100 and some odd comments. No, 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 it wasn't 100. It was a lot though, quite a bit um, of comments. Now, Lucy says, looking great, recap lady. BTG's first recap, bravo. My favorite part of BTG's premiere episode, beefcakes. Oh, you like the beefcakes? Okay. All right. I'm thanks. Look, I'm happy you enjoyed it like I enjoyed it. And then we have Just K. Just K says, thanks for the recap. I thought it was a good first episode. So did I. I will take time to get to know each character and who is related to who. It's going to take me a minute too, everybody. But I thought it looked good. The sets are beautiful. I heard a ET news thing or, interview featuring them. They have 75 different sets. The sets are beautifully done. So I look forward to seeing more of their sets because it's a lot of them. I'll keep watching and hopefully the momentum gets going by the end of the week. I mean, I'm loving it. I'm loving it right now. And, bottom line is they do have to spend some time giving us some kind of history. Otherwise, we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know a whole lot of things. Black Purple Turquoise says the premiere of Beyond the Gates today was good. They definitely brought back Love in the Afternoon with Jacob and Naomi. Oh, that's Naomi's husband. Naomi is Danny's oldest daughter. She would not let her hubby go to work, so they just could enjoy their alone time together. I almost died when he whipped out the fuzzy pink handcuffs. I was thinking, "Hey, you're under arrest now, Naomi." My favorite scene of today's, hands down, though, um, it had to be when Danny slapped the absolute mess out of Haley right at the end. It's bad enough that she had the audacity to come to Danny, wanting to try to make nice while she was while she's shagging and about to marry her ex-husband, who was nothing but a liar and a cheater, and started cheating with her under their roof, even though they were estranged. Really, I didn't hear that part that they were estranged. Um, and so then you've got another paragraph. But for her now to now not only that asked of her after everything the Depris did for her, but get married at the country club and buy another house with Bill, not even 5 blocks away from her house, and stay in Fairmont Crest. Everyone, only one word comes to mind: trifling. Yeah, it is. I mean, come on now. Who does that? Who does that at all? I mean, well, obviously, some people. I know of somebody famous. I will not say his name. Yeah, famous, music industry, bought a house right next door to his ex-wife, according to him, and so the kids could have easy access to his house. Yeah, right. Anita says, Daily Recap Lady, I watched the trailer last week. It will take time to get all the characters. It may be interesting. It looks good for me. I mean, I'm interested. I'm interested right now. And then Sammy, let me see. No, it's Barbara. Barbara says Sam will crush with dynamite. I love it. Um, I hope they shortly he keeps showing it. Wait, crush shortly he keeps showing it. I love when she slapped the gone, then she came from the bold and the beautiful. She married, oh yeah, that was, yeah, Rick Forrester. This is Barbara Woods. Yeah, okay. And thank you, Barbara. Now, Tanya says, I think they're off to a good start. I have to watch the last 15 minutes, but I added it to my DVR. I love the family focus of the show. I can't wait to meet the other cast members. I saw that John Ledstrom, Kevin Collins from GH, and Caddy Dixie have also joined the cast. Wow. That thanks for the recap as always. Wow, I didn't know that. Well, I can't wait to see that too. Yvette says I forgot to set my DVR, but I did it for tomorrow. Good, good. You don't want to miss it. And then mom too says, good first episode introducing the characters. The ladies are gorgeous. The men are hot. Look forward to getting more episodes to see how this turns out. All right, everybody, that's 5 minutes of daily uh, Comment Corner. I look forward to Comment Corner. I'll be back tomorrow. Listen, everybody, go back and read all the comments and comment on each other's comments. What I like to do with my recaps, in case you have never been on any of my other recaps, is I like this to be a community to where it's like you're talking to your best friend or your family member about the soaps, and that anything that I forget to talk about but stuck in your mind, comment in Comment Corner on that so we could all talk about it. So that's it. I'll be back tomorrow with another daily recap of Beyond the Gates.